Thank you very, very much, Jesse. Let me just say to all of you, this is a great and historic day for the nation. It is a great and historic day for the state of Arizona, and a great and historic day for each of the partners that has made this possible. So the first wind farm in the state of Arizona on public lands is being dedicated today. Give yourselves all a round of applause for making this happen on behalf of the United States of America. I appear here today in Arizona on behalf of President Obama. He asked me to come and to represent him and the nation here, and also to represent the Secretary of Interior and the Department of Interior in my own role. And while I am here in OMP, I want to just say that for me, this has been part of a renewable energy blitz. We started in Southern California in Palm Springs, where we opened up a renewable energy office there, and we opened up also renewable energy permitting offices in Arizona and in 10 other states, where we have teams that are working to stand up the renewable energy potential of our public lands. This morning in Los Angeles, California, signed a memorandum of understanding with Governor Schwarzenegger, and had the participation there of the mayor of the city of Los Angeles, and Mayor Villaraigosa. And in that memorandum of understanding, we contemplate that we're going to stand up solar and wind and geothermal energy like we never have in the state of California before. Indeed, the numbers that we have in applications just in California alone are at 5,000 megawatts from solar, which is basically a huge amount of power. It's about what comes from 15 equivalent mid-sized coal-fired power plants. So you're talking about huge energy. So as we move forward across the nation on what is a renewable energy blitz, I want to say thank you to all of you, because what you have done here in Arizona is you have made believers out of those who sometimes say that things cannot be done. And first, I want to say, Ann Kirkpatrick, your wonderful leadership and making sure that the state of Arizona and the rural parts of Arizona are not forgotten in Washington, D.C. is something that I see working, you working every day. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating with us here today. Stand up so people can recognize you. And, she was with me just a few weeks ago down in Superior, Arizona. We were working on another issue that's important to the people of the state of Arizona. I also want to thank other people who are here. All of the, Martin Mahika from Iberdola, and all the Iberdola people who are here. Richard Silberman from the Salt River Project. Ruben Ojeda from the Land Disposition Manager, the Arizona State Land Department. J.R. Despain, the Navajo County Supervisor, and all of the rest of the county supervisors that are here. And I also want to say thank you to Bill Elkins. Bill, where are you? I see you walked in with me. Bill, stand up. Okay, here's a rancher, okay? Here's a real deal. Here's a man whose cows we saw as we drove in just a few minutes ago, and as I told him when I met with him earlier, there is so much about the renewable energy revolution that we are embarking on that's going to have a great benefit to rural America. So the parts of rural America that have been forgotten, the renewable energy world that we're developing is going to bring significant benefits to rural America, and it couldn't happen without you. And I know you've been working on this project for 7 years, so a special thank you to you. Thank you very much. And to Tulsi Tanti, who did the generating part of the towers, and then to Margaret Kelly, who's a group manager at the National Renewable Energy Lab. The NREL in Golden, Colorado really is the best laboratory in the entire planet with respect to looking at renewable energy and what the potential is there for all of us. I want to make just 3 quick comments. First, when we look at the world that we are standing up here today in Arizona with respect to wind energy, we should try to put it in the context of what we are doing across the planet and across the nation. We are working on these kinds of initiatives day in and day out, 365 days a year, because President Obama has said that we will lead the world now in a new chapter of energy independence. We will finally make the United States of America energy independent. That is our goal here in this administration. We also have embarked on a major effort to bring millions of jobs here to the United States of America. we once again have the opportunity to lead the world in job creation, and you see job creation taking place here at this wind farm. And we also are embarked in this program because we believe that we must confront the dangers of pollution to our children. And those of us, like the Salt River Project and others who have so much interest in the Colorado River and its water issues on the Colorado River, recognize the importance of that agenda. So those imperatives, in my view, will make sure that this time we will not fail. When Richard Nixon declared energy independence and coined that term in the 1970s, and Jimmy Carter, as a Democratic president, said that we needed to move forward with energy independence with the moral imperative of war, the nation slept and we did not move forward, and the nation failed. We cannot afford to fail, and we will stand up the new energy frontier for America, and you here in Arizona are going to lead the way as we move forward in doing that. Now, the second thing I want to say is our goals are big. We have just started. These are the beginning steps in a journey that in the years ahead will require a huge amount of cooperation like the one that you have seen here. President Obama's goal for us and for our nation, which we will work on very hard on behalf of the people of this country, is to have 25% of our energy coming from renewable energy resources by the year 2025. That's 25% of our energy coming from renewable energy by the year 2025. I believe that we can do that, and we will do that in partnership with all of you. Third, on behalf of the United States Department of Interior, I want to tell you that we have prioritized the development of renewable energy. We recognize that we have the responsibility also to develop oil and gas resources, and we do that both onshore and we'll do it offshore, and that's going to be very much a part of our portfolio. But we also have turned over a new page and have started a new chapter in the work of the Department of Interior with a secretarial order that I signed that said renewable energy is a priority for the Department of the Interior. And that's why we're standing up offices and teams to work on renewable energy permitting in all of the 10 western states of the United States of America. And at the point of the spear in leading that effort for the United States of America and for the Department of Interior will be Bob Abbey, who worked with the Bureau of Land Management for over 30 years. He will be the person who, on my behalf and on the President's behalf, will be in charge of capturing the power of the sun, of moving forward and harnessing the power of the wind, and making sure that the geothermal capabilities of this country are second to none. And so he is a strong agent in our team for energy independence, and you will be hearing from him in just a few minutes. And Bob, because I'm going to have to leave, I want you to stand up, because this is a man of the land. He knows the ranchers, he knows the resources, and he knows all of you. So give him a round of applause, because he has a lot to do with what we're going to do here. Let me just, in my concluding remarks, say this. Some people would say that why are we doing this today? But we have a lot of issues that the United States is facing today. We have a war in Afghanistan and a war in Iraq, and we have conflicts in Iran and in North Korea, and instability in places in Africa and South America. And we have an economic crisis in our country, which has been the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression and the Dust Bowls that we saw back in the 1930s. So why is it that we choose to do this today? Why is it that we move forward with this work that all of you are doing on renewable energy? We do it because we believe that we can, and we believe that we must. And we take the lessons from those people who have come before us, who have inspired Americans to refuel their spirit and to find the greatness within them. Because it is in a time of crisis that Americans have found their way forward. It was that way when Abraham Lincoln took on and fought the Civil War and set aside Yosemite as the first national park in the United States. It was that way when Roosevelt took the nation and led us out of that Great Depression. It has been that way in the past. And so in these moments of crisis, it is also the time for us to find opportunity here. And President Obama is a strong believer and committed to knowing that America's best days are very much ahead, because we're taking this crisis and we're making an opportunity out of it. And so the energy independence of America that I spoke about here is an energy independence that we will see here within our lifetime. Thank you all very much, and my warmest congratulations.